Hey guys, today's guest we have the man who's been behind the camera is now going to be in front of the camera. Zack Profilms is going to be here. We're going to be talking about all things content, things that you want to know for your business in 2025, and just like if you're starting your content journey in general. So thanks, Zack, for coming on. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. It's crazy being in the back of the camera and I'm in front of it. It's like it's just a whole different world. The lights are actually on me now.
Yeah, that's the important thing. And I definitely want to highlight you because like you've been putting a lot of work into this and this is like such a good business and industry to be in. And just some background on how we met. We met at a real estate networking event and he came to me was like, oh, are you doing content? I'm like, no. It's like, well, you're like losing a lot of money, right? So that's exactly what he told me. It's like you're used to losing out on so much by not doing content. So I think a lot of people were in that space where I was in also that just didn't want to do content, didn't really like the camera. So can you just kind of like elaborate on like, why content is so important, especially now more than ever?
Well, I think of it as like building clones, right? Like if you, a lot of people want to do the content,
Yeah.
but they don't necessarily even know where to start. They don't know what camera to get. They don't know what software to download. A lot of people just, and they know it's important, but they don't know how to do it. So that's where I come in at, right? And I kind of just tell them, hey, content is important, but I can also show you the blueprint behind it, like how to even start it off, right? And that can be, yeah, that can be just literally picking up your camera and just looking for editors, because a lot of times they don't, what I'm realizing with a lot of clients is it's not even that they're scared to record, because I think maybe that's where you were. I didn't even think you liked the camera.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. I was like, no, I'm a in-person type of person. I don't want to camera at all.
Yeah, but a lot of people, it's actually the opposite for a lot of people. They want to start, but it's just like, you ever heard of like a lion tamer? Like a person that goes in a cage with lions, right?
Right, like the guy at the circus.
Yeah, like this person's like, so it's like, he goes, I read that he always carries three things no matter what when he goes in a cage, right? He carries a whip, a rifle, and a four-legged stool, right? And I'm like, why the hell does this guy have a four-legged stool?
Right.
And it's because every time like the lion like goes crazy, he puts the foreleg in front of the lion, and like he tries to focus on all four legs, and he gets like in a sense of paralysis. It's because like his mind is fragmented. It's like all over the place trying to focus on all four legs, right? So I feel like we can kind of be like that too in the content world, in anything really, but we're talking about content.
Right.
And we try to focus on, wait, how do I get an editor? How do I record? Where do I record? Who do I get to, like, it's just, and then they just get like we just literally talked to somebody just now and they was like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch a movie.
Yeah, but maybe I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah, so it's just like, that's where I come in at to like kind of like, no, this is what we're gonna do. And then here's the whole system, because we have a whole system to help you out do it. So
Got it. So it's kind of like instead of like trying to do DIY, right? You have a real system where you can help somebody and say like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is the type of content we're going to talk about, how we're going to execute it, and things like that.
yeah, and even if the delegation towards it, right? Like the mastering the art of delegation is like so important now, I think, especially 2025, because a lot of people are just, you should be doing what you're good at. Like a lot of people are good at, a lot of the people watching right now, you're good at real estate, you're good at whatever you're doing in life, right? You shouldn't be worrying about posting, editing, uploading. Like, just leave that to us. Like, this is what we're going to take care of stuff for you. Like, you don't have to be worrying about that. Do what you're good at and make money, and let me help you. Let our team help you, right? So that's what I'm really focused on right now.
Yeah. And I think we talked a lot about that, like having teams and like specialists handle what specialists do. Like entrepreneurs, we want to like wear every hat. We want to do the rehab. We want to get the house. We want to do the content. We want to do our own taxes. Like, no, leave the taxes to the tax professional. Leave the content to the content professional. So that way you can just focus on what your business is and then help everybody else help you grow.
Exactly. And a lot of times, I think it's just simple. Sometimes you just see it as building clones, right? Like, every time you do a piece of content, you got to think of that you're cloning yourself, right? You're cloning yourself to help you make money while you're sleeping. Yeah. While you're sleeping, this YouTube video is going up. While you're sleeping, it could be making you money. Yeah. Right? It could be chopped up for multi-purpose on Instagram. Like, you should be making as much clones as possible so you can just push it out and it can make money for you. I think just simple like that is just, when you think about it like that, it's much easier in my head, because it's just like, oh, I'm just making clones of myself.
Yeah.
Anyways, so.
That's a good point to look at it. But what about the people who are like camera shy? Like, what would you say to someone that's like, I want to build my business. I know I need to do social media, but I just can't get in front of the camera.
Well, I think it goes down to, that's when the fear comes into And that's when the mindset comes into my opinion of that's when you need something. Like, it's like you need it or you don't. A lot of times we need stuff because we just need to do it. Like, a lot of people don't want to, I don't know, go to work. Like, and that might be fear, but it's like you gotta do it. It's getting to a point where you need content. If you're a real estate agent, if you're an investor, whatever you're doing, I don't care what, you can be a doctor. I have some doctor clients, right? If you're not making content, your competitor's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're a real estate agent and you have another real estate agent that's making so much content, she's gonna be so relatable to other people on social media that they're gonna go to her, right? So it's getting to a point where if you're scared to record, it's just one of the things that you just have to do it if you want to win, in my opinion. So, and that's, sometimes it can be scary, but that's why you need a team.
Yeah.
A team just gets all that fear away, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, it's just today's marketing, right? So, you had your ways, right? Before it was like maybe direct mail or a billboard or this, but like everybody's on Facebook. I think people check Facebook or Instagram more than check their mail, more than checking this, right?
When they wake up in the morning, a lot of people scroll on social media.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you see. So you got to think about that too. Like, before they check the news, before they check messages, the first thing they do is go on social media. So what does that tell you? They should be looking at you.
Yeah.
Right? So why not go to where everybody's going anyway? So, and you think about it as simple as that. I know, okay, easier said than done, but that's why you just got to delegate and don't even worry about that thing. It's like, right? So that's, and just is my opinion.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I mean, I think real estate agents definitely need it, right? But then we also, like, we're investors, work with a lot of investors. Like, how do you think do you think they need it and why?
Investors?
Yeah.
I think it's important for investors because, well, you have different type of investors, like private money lenders, right? And they're investors.
Right.
A lot of times a lot of people don't even know them. So how would they even get anybody to go to them if nobody knows them, right? So that's just the point of, or some private money people want other private money. So it's like, it's just the credibility that it brings, right? So if it's like, I know we were talking about with you about ads, right? You were killing the ads. She's killing ads, everybody, right? And yeah, it's the ability. It's not the ability to know ads and just post our ads. It's the ability to, like, for people to recognize you on those ads, right? Because if you post any ad, the ability for somebody to actually see you and know you on the ad in general is like, that's way more important than just you posting the ad. And even if they don't know you, you posting as much content as ever, like, something in their brain is going to go, I don't know her, but I've seen her before. And it's automatic credibility, automatic trust, because they see you post all the time. They might not even know what your name is, but they just know that, okay, Chrissy's posting, right? So it's just the posting. Right? So to answer your question, I do think it's important for definitely investors because, and anybody, it's just because it's so important right now. Just forget this, the posting. This is a credibility piece.
Credibility, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that's going to get you sales. That's going to get you tickets. That's going to get you mentorship. With that, whatever you want, I say it all the time. I think content right now is king, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get you anything you want right now.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
And I also think too, me personally, I feel like it's probably the most cost-effective marketing tool because maybe one of them, but if you look at direct mail, if you're doing direct mail, you're paying per stamp. I don't even know how much a stamp costs nowadays, but like that adds up. I mean, I always carry a little stamp book with me for some.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I always carry my checkbook and stamps. For
Really?
For some reason.
That's old school right there.
I know. You never know when you're going to need it.
That's
but
fair.
yeah, so it's like you never, like, those costs add up when you're direct mail. And then also billboard costs thousands of dollars. Like, you're spending $1,000 a month if you want to do a billboard to just give yourself credibility, right? But if I'm spend some time doing content and then I'm running a Facebook ad, let's say it's $20 a day, those costs are very minimal compared to, a billboard. You're spending $1,000 and they're only going to keep it for a month.
Yeah, sometimes not even a month.
Not even a month.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so, yeah.
Exactly.
But the thing I love about content, that lives on forever. Like, if you look at YouTube, that's why it's so genius what you're doing right now, podcasts. That's a search engine, YouTube. So that's going to live on forever.
Yeah.
Right? Billboards, if it's even a month, right? And let's just pray that they look up and they see it.
Right, while they're driving. Yeah. Every time I'm like, like it's on. You're just go past it.
Right? So it's just so important that now you have the content that lives on, that they can pause, they can read, they can go and look at the bio, they can read everything about you, they can go back and they can go back and look at your previous stuff, right? So
Right.
billboards traditional advertisement it's not,
Right.
you know,
I
nowadays.
think it's just going away. I mean, I think it's definitely so practical to like get your name out in different aspects, but it's like no one's looking at the billboard on the toilet, right? But everyone's on social media on the toilet. Like everywhere, everything you do,
Yeah,
right? Every
good thing.
piece of downtime for most people, they're on social media.
On social media. That's a good way to think about it. I haven't even thought about it like that. That's actually a pretty
Yeah.
good way to think about it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So what other tips are, or just like, all right, it starts in the new year, right? 2025, we're in January. So like, you know, what is just like, I don't know, some sort of advice you can give somebody who's just starting out the new year and want to get their business out, whatever they're doing more, like on social media in general?
The first advice I could give to you is start now.
Yeah.
The best time was yesterday, and the next best time is today. A lot of you know that, you know, obviously content is important. Like, and I like to use you for example. Like last year, you were doing content, but this year you're actually doing content, right? So it's basically just the time to start now. Like it's time to start, even if it's crappy content. Eventually, you're gonna get better. Like you don't start off the best ever, right? Like you start off. You know, sometimes it can be crappy microphones, sometimes, but just you showing yourself, people like, okay, you're a real person, rather than you having no content at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you don't know if you're a goal. It's like, nah, I'm cool off of you, like, right? Like, you know, you're a real person. You're actually doing content,
Right.
and it's just making you trustworthy. So I suggest just literally start now. I would say just pick up your phone, like literally pick up your phone and record yourself. You doing. I see it's funny to go back to you. I remember seeing on your Instagram, you're, I don't know, you were painting or actually you were like, I don't know, you were in like,
I was probably doing anything.
you were doing something. Yeah, you were doing the floor. It's just like, that showed me like, damn, she put in the work, right? So you can literally, anybody out there, just record what you're doing. You're doing something. You have a job. You can, you know, God willing, you pay your bills. Just record what you're doing. And then literally do voiceovers, do day in a lives, like just record yourself doing something fun, right? And then post them on all platforms, and it can pick up. And then eventually, what you're gonna realize is, oh, I can do this better, I can do that better, right? And then you gotta get better over time. So literally, don't try to be perfect. Sometimes we try to stop ourselves because we want to be perfect, we want to be perfectionists, but no, like just start somewhere, and then eventually you'll get better. So, yeah.
I think that's good that you brought that up too, because like if someone's like, oh, I don't know what to talk about, I don't know what to do that. If you just set yourself up, the phone up and you're doing something, I think that's been some of my best, reviews and just people engaging in that, because they're seeing me doing things, or even if I'm just like writing and I have, hey, this is the list I had done today, but I'm actually talking to the camera. I think people just value that more because it's authentic. And they see you, putting in the work, like you said. So I guess if, somebody's afraid to do content now because they don't want to talk in front of the camera, that might be a good way to start. Just show people what you're doing, and then people can relate to you a little more.
Yeah, that's a good thing to think about, because I think a lot of times people are scared because when they're recording themselves, they think they have to be this person. They have to be this like character, or people like, oh, I love this person. When nah, it's not really like that sometimes. Sometimes it's just people like seeing you do stuff. Like some people literally, if you think about it, some people literally just in bed not doing anything. And they see you do something, and it inspires them to do something, right? So sometimes I think you can just do yourself such a due diligence by not posting, because sometimes you could save somebody. But just thinking like, damn, I can't do anything. And then they see you do that. It's like, oh, that's actually simple. I should do that, right? It's doable. So it's just not even like in the money aspect of things, like monetizing content. Like that's like a whole nother thing. But just getting it out there for the credibility piece, and just showing people that it can be done.
Exactly.
Right. So that's what I think. It's simple.
It is simple. Like, I think we overthink it, and it's like, it's really not that complicated. Like, just pick up the camera, show people what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll give back to you too. Like, sorry to cut you off, but I came back to you. Like, what got you into like wanting to do content? Like, what made you see like, okay, as an investor, I have to be doing content? Like, what got you out that bubble?
I mean, you got me out of that. Yeah, we did. But we were it was Orlando Bigger Pockets conference, and then Pace and where we had this like huge like party at the Ice Bar.
Shout out to Pace.
Yeah, shout out to Pace. That was a crazy thing too, and it was like there were so many people. I was like, they couldn't even let us in. Like, no, the fire marshal's gonna come.
Oh,
they didn't get in.
That was crazy.
I almost didn't get in. And we were standing outside. We're like, all right, if we're not in the next 5 minutes, we're out.
Yeah.
So, and then they let us in, and then you saw, you're like, oh, well, we're talking. You're like, well, why are you not doing content? You're like, literally, like putting meeting money on the table every time you're not doing it. And I'm like, maybe I should. So then I started doing a little bit. we're doing little pieces, pictures, but then like nothing hits like a video. And like video, people seeing you do things and just being real and authentic. And I think that's what we talked about, right? And the more that we've been doing content and getting out there and just being normal, right? Because the first time I did content, I had to put on professional voice. I'm like, hello, my name is Christine. You know, like, oh, weird, right? And it's like, no, just be you, like be who you are in true voice. Like that's what people connect to. So I think that was like super important. And now I'm seeing the benefits instantly. Like people will say like, oh, I only see you on my social media. Now
You got people literally calling you. Yeah, you say, Christina, I see your content, bro. Thanks for posting. Guys texted me saying that about you. I'm like, wow, that's so fire.
Yeah.
Instant, yeah.
Just posting anything. Like I'm just going back simple too. It's like my friend, he's got a dumpster removal company, and he posted something about he's doing free garbage removal for veterans and seniors.
Okay.
His company is Get Rid of It Junk, by the way, and I just reshared it. Like I didn't think about it. It was just like a reshare,
Like a repost.
and, yeah, just like a repost. I just get out. Whoever's looking for like garbage removal, if you're a senior veteran, know somebody, right? And one of my old best friends back in the elementary school, she reached out like, "Thank you so much for reposting this because like my grandparents actually need this. Like, they were struggling, they're trying to downsize, and like we were trying to figure out how we're gonna even declare. So I'm like, that was like an instant impact, like no effort to me, but it's like it's a way of content too because now you're like just posting, and at least people see you're posting. But I didn't have to do anything. And now that they just got connected and he's doing good for somebody that you don't know where that relationship's going to go down the line. But like even something as simple as that, like if you don't want to produce content every day, you can reshare things. You don't know whoever's going to see it and benefit off of it.
Yeah. I think that's so important because just that little simple act just helps somebody grow.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot of people think about the content like in reality, it's important because a lot of people think, hey, I need to make money from this thing. Like you want to, it's an ROI, right? You want to see your return on investment, but you have to start somewhere. Yeah. And just like a little post like that can get people texting you like, hey, bro, you just helped me do this. And then, it builds up like, oh, dang, okay. If that little thing can help, maybe I should just post, and then it can get to you invest into something. But just starting off somewhere is really important. So, shout out to you too because you're helping people out right now. You just, you're helping people out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think you definitely opened it out to it, but like, what about you? Like, how was your content journey for yourself? Like, you're doing content for so many other people, but like, what does your content journey look like?
So my content journey right now is showing how I can help people, but now it's getting to a point where I want to help other people do the same thing that I'm doing in a sense. Like, because I remember when I was a videographer, right? And when I, just starting off, just making videos, going to, I don't know, basketball games and trying to look for clients. I don't know, filming something, basketball.
We get your highlights.
Yeah, right. I didn't know where to start. So now it's so cool that I can help, with my school community that I'm growing right now, help other, and I wouldn't even just say kids, 'cause it could be anybody, right? Help other videographers realize that, oh snap, I can be doing this and making money. Like I can get retainers. I can be, making a change, helping other people, right? Like helping them scale their business is like what's kind of, helping me right now. And it's filming that, and it's filming what I'm doing, like filming me recording you, right? Like filming me helping anybody out, first timers, filming them, and then just how we were talking about last time, that simple thing, me showing that, oh snap, I can help other people, them seeing that like, oh snap, I can do that too, right? Like it's just little simple things like that. So just recording myself helping them is like really, is cool to me, right? It's like seeing a baby grow up, like moving, helping
their first step.
Yeah, right. Like me filming content is helping them. Like, oh snap, I can do that, and because they can, right? Like I felt so much times to help somebody else out.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. So
that's so good. Yeah. And that's what your school community is going to be about too, right? Just like teaching other people that want to get in this industry, like what to do, how to get clientele and everything too.
Yeah. So it's mainly going to be about and building a content agency, right? And if you don't want to do that, it's basically helping you be a better videographer and a better content creator in general, to where you can, because a lot of videographers, they just record. You don't just necessarily just have to see yourself as just a recorder.
Yeah.
You can start seeing yourself now as, how would I say it? a content strategist, right? Somebody that actually can sit and talk to you. Like I have the ability now because I did it so much times and failed so much times. I can literally sit in front of you and say, "Hey, Chrissy, say this, say that. This is how you say a hook. This is how you say a body. This is how you say a call to action. The reason you say this is because this way, and the reason you say this is because that way, right? That's a skill set that I learned. So now I can just teach it to them and they can grow with it, right? They can travel off and do so much stuff. So it's not necessarily just recording and seeing yourself as that. Now it's getting to a point where you see yourself as a content strategist.
Right.
Yeah.
So not like just showing up with the camera, like, all right, what do you want to do? Right? Like actually having a plan and say like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to set up. Like, I think a lot of things, like production in general, it's not just showing up with the camera.
Yeah, production as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's so many other things that goes into it.
Yeah. And it's also too like about the systems because what I'm learning now, it's all of this is cool, like cameras, equipment is cool, but the systems is what people love the most. Like the systems, I can show them how we do it, like literally break down for the client to say, oh, okay, like this is the whole systems you have. Like, wow, it's important rather than, you know, just the cameras, like, because anybody could buy cameras. Not everybody could talk to you. Not everybody can have a system and, you know, like actual planned out system. So it definitely goes into a lot of stuff for sure, not just recording. So for sure, helping them do that is like really important to me right now. And there's 2025, I really want to build that big school community, right? So I really want to build it to where I'm helping them out so much because it's helping me and it's helping clients like grow their social media. So, you know, just helping other people. That's pretty much all it is, yeah.
Right. And it's like a trickle effect. So it can just like keep going, right? Once someone learns, they can pass it on to somebody else. But like having that ability to just teach people on a wider scale, like we can all just be in this one network, learn from each other. Like it's collaboration and everything. We can't be like, oh, you do content, I'm not going to talk to you. Like, no, we have to like figure out how it works together. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I think that's too with real estate too. A lot of people like, they're like, no one's competitors. I think the best deals to do is with each other. Like when we're in a lab, we're reading, we're putting things together. Yeah.
That's part, yeah. And let me ask you a question too. You doing content, what ideas do you have like going into 2025? Because I know you're doing school community, right? Yeah. Like you're building that. Like, are you going to start doing courses on there? Like, what do you plan on doing? Because I know your school community is going to be huge, but like in a content space and on there, like, because they kind of like go hand in hand because you're going to start doing content and posting on there, right? So what's some ideas that you even have? Because I'm excited to hear about.
I have a lot of ideas. So some of the things we're going to talk about is like, all right, we're putting in content there every day, right? But then we're going to be doing Zoom. So it's kind of like, well, let's all get together, just like talk about what's going on, like, but also do like real life events because I'm more of an in-person interactor, like doing events. I like bringing people together. I'm just like, I've been killers by nature. Yeah. So what that looks like, it's like us doing like real life events, right? Having you out there, having like everybody just talking and being able to like, just have people tie in together. Like forget about Zoom all the time and just like stay behind a computer, like talk to people in person because you don't have conversations that like go deep when you're online. Like you're just doing that on the surface, like, all right, we're here for 30 minutes. That's it. When you're in person with somebody, you just go like off the rails. So that's what I want to like get back to is like that human interaction, doing things in person. Like I do events all the time. I love having meetups. I love people connecting. So that's what I'm going to do. But like helping people find their purpose, find out why they want to be in real estate, what their path is, not what everybody else is doing. Forget about that. Yeah. But like what their path is. And then also like meeting people along the way and it helps them get there.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's so far what you're doing it because even ideas that you just told me about yesterday, no, I think today where going to events, talking to certain people at the events, like that's what's going to take you to another level. Especially, I've been seeing that with even some clients now, them going out and actually in the field talking to other people. They see that, oh snap, her personality, she's personable, she's like, she's relatable. So that's what's really going to take you to the next level because especially the ideas that you're having, not only you hosting things, but you actually going out and like filming and talking to people, like that's what's going to take you to the next level. So
I'm excited for that. We have a lot coming up. Like we're going to be at the Commercial Academy in Orlando. So that's going to be awesome. We're interviewing people there and it's making more content. And then you're not going to be there, I don't think, but Squad Out Summit is also in Texas in March. So
in March?
The end of March.
Oh, that's far.
Here comes to that.
Yeah, March. Oh, you're happy to that.
Yeah, that's going to be big too. Like you have a lot of guest speakers. So that's another big event where, you know, just being able to do content there. And people who aren't doing content, just you recording that you're at an event in general is fun.
Simple stuff.
Like, hey, I'm at this real estate event. We're doing this. It just shows people you're doing stuff.
I have a lot of people that come up to me in events and they just ask a question like, where do I start? Like, just like how you said, you go to a certain events, you pay to be in certain events, show people what you're doing. Like, just show, like, you get a tripod, put your phone down, record you talking to somebody, record you sitting down. Like, these little shots, you don't know how much of an impact it could be.
Yes.
Like, and just, you could even do voiceovers, right? Like, you telling people about the fire event that you had, that you flew in from Florida to go to Texas. I'm flying in from Florida to go to Texas if I go to that event, right? Yeah. Showing the whole journey, like, it's, you know, little things like that. So
Yeah.
a lot of people think that they don't even have much things to record. When you had so much stuff to record, you have so much stuff. You have a lot of stuff. So
yeah, you just can't overthink it. And that's what I'm learning too. It's just like, you just got to do it and just think about it later. Because, you know, you get in this feel like, oh, I'm going to be perfect, going to be this. It's like, no, like, you just have to try, like anything else, right? Like when I got into real estate, I just did it. There was no like, I'm going to follow this exact thing and I'm not going to mess up. Like, we just did it. And then we learned after we got better.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing with our content journey. It's like, the more you do it, the more like, okay, now we know how to pivot, right? We did 10 interviews and then now we're like, this last one, it's like, we mastered it. Like, we're good. Like, you know, so it's like, you learn there, you progressively get better, but you won't be able to get better if you don't start at all. So,
but yeah. Future stuff coming. We're going to kill it this year. You're killing it, you know, in what you're doing. And, you know, you just really started pushing with the content this year. So I'm excited. I'm so excited.
So, like, if you don't know Zack, you need to know him. Anybody who's in the substitute community, real estate community, whatever community you're in, like, you have to be in the community. But like, if you really want to do content, talk to him. Figure out like what you want to do, what kind of strategy you need for yours. Like, it just can be something small if you want to start off there and then gradually go from there. But if you are serious about business, you need to do the content.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever you're doing, like, it's so important. It's so important.
Yeah, and I just want to commend like the amount of professionalism, right? Not just getting some like random camera guy to follow you around. Like, Zack's production setup is like key. Like, everything to the plant, to the this, like, everything is perfectly set up. Him being on time, this, that, like, those are things like you want when you're working with someone to do your content. You don't want someone coming late and you got so many things and you're like, all right, now my whole day like messed up, right? Like, it's literally, you come on time and then everything's already set out for you. You can just get ready and go. You don't have to worry about everything else. And just making your guests feel right. So we've done so many interviews. Every person that came in, you just had them feeling welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, so I like your shirt. I like this. Like, you know, just break them out. So that way, if you are doing interviews, you want like a good experience. You don't want like a mean camera guy, like, all right, get this over with, right? Someone to make the experience good for everything. So,
and it's because, you know, reading people's field books, learning yourself, but also failing so much. It's been times where, you know, I was late to certain things, right? So I had to learn, like, I can't do that, right? So it's just learning lessons, and, you know, it's to a point where I'm not at the final stage, but it's definitely, I'm loving the journey, not the destination, right? So I'm learning.
That is key right there. It's love the journey. Yeah. Well, I have one last, like, boy, you got the car. Doesn't want them to the question. You're the CEO podcast.
Hold on, keynote. I've been in the back recording, and I see people get these cars all the time. I'm like, dang, I want this car. Fine, get the car. Please get one.
Hopefully you like your question. Let's see what it is.
Okay. All right. So when you, sorry, I was that kid in the class that when I read, I was like, looking at me like,
special reading coming here.
When you are near the end of your life and looking back over it, what will you be the proudest of, and will you regret, and what will you regret the most? What will you be the proudest of? What would I be the proudest of at the end of my life, and what would I regret the most? Well, I don't know what I regret, because I don't look at life as regrets, honestly.
Right.
But what I'm really thinking about, like, at the end of the journey, is like, yo, like, when I have kids and like they're killing it, I get them into a position where the legacy just keeps growing and they're doing their thing and building the Anderson Lane, and it's just, oh my God. Or the Profilms name, like, they don't have to be doing any type of camera stuff, but just helping them down.
Like, your value.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm to just be a little me, and then them just growing and kill whatever they're doing in the world. Like, that's what I look at it, be like, yo, I'm proud. Like, I can just lay back and be like, yo, keep going, guys. And
like, you're satisfied.
Yeah, the regret, I guess the regret would be just not fulfilling that. I don't know. Yeah. Like, it's no regret that I can see right now, because I'm just going forward, and, you know, like, everything, like me just talking about failures, I don't look at it as like, dang, I regret doing that. I had to learn from that to make me into the person I am today. So I don't see it as regret. How about you though? 'Cause nobody asked you. Well, I like you.
Question.
Yeah, put your own question. If you're doing it different, this one.
Yeah.
You can't pick it. You gotta turn it around and just pick a random
We'll
one.
pick a random question.
Hold on, yeah, shuffle it up.
All right, let me see. Let me pick this one. All right. What is your proudest moment?
Mm.
Oh, what is my proudest moment? Ooh, I think what one of my proudest moments was when I have like I'm still on this journey, right, with connecting with God, and I wasn't raised in a religion household, so it's like I don't really follow all of that stuff. But I think the proudest moment is when I kind of like when I'm praying, when I teaching myself how to pray, right, and then when I kind of like fully like let go and connected, and just like I don't know, when you like ask and talk to him and all that stuff, like I felt like there was like this thing that you can't
you can
what
explain
it
it.
is.
You can't
You can't explain it, but it's like I felt connected, and I felt like okay, this is like I'm on the right path. I'm doing things right. Because when you're in business and when you're in anything, you feel like you have those moments. Like you just want to break down and cry. Like, what am I doing with my life? And what is this?
Yeah.
And it's like. It's reassuring when you can just like connect with your maker. You can say like, okay, like I'm here and you're here, and you kind of feel that, and it's just like a undescribable feeling. But I think like there's so many things that I could be proud of in life, right? So many accomplishments I could say like, oh, when I bought my first house, whatever. But like there's nothing like that feeling when you like truly connect and you truly like feel like, okay, I'm on the right path. Like I don't have to do this and what everyone else is saying, go to church, follow this, is not like I can truly connect with you how I want to connect with you. And when I finally like realized that and connected on that level, that was when I like really was like, all right, I'm not missing a prayer on that. So this is,
That's so amazing. That's so fire. Let go and let God. Wow. Now I gotta choose my answer. So, nah, that's fire though. Yeah, that's but you can't explain it when you pray and it's like you just feel God speaking through you, and it's like when you're not certain that you're doing the right thing, and you pray and then you close your eyes and he talks through you, it's just it's so amazing. So it's like one of those things you can't explain for sure.
yeah, it was good. And even today, we had a couple people that led the podcast with the prayer.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
It was amazing.
That's crazy.
We had it was just an amazing feeling. Like,
You couldn't even like script that. It was just like a random. It just felt like good. And it's a Sunday too, so
oh man, it felt good. So yeah, that's probably one of my proudest moments.
That's fire.
Yeah.
yeah. I was the first person to ask her a question on this, so
He was the anniversary.
he's glorious.
Where can they find you? They want to connect with you, content.
They can find you guys can find me on all different platforms. YouTube and Instagram on Zack Profilms. On Instagram is Zack.Profilms. On YouTube is Zack Profilms. So
Yeah.
it's simple, guys. ZACK Profilms. PROFILMS.
Yeah.
See you guys there.
Yep. Start 2025 right. Follow the link for Real Estate Done Right community, and we'll see you guys soon.
Peace.